Don't mind me. I am just... No, that's dumb. Let me just let me look for a circle. I can't find a circle. Black circle. Okay, whatever this is. I can't find my media. I don't understand. I thought I had everything down, but looks like things are a bit haywire. Like I'm just setting up my friggin' OBS in order to be able to stream. But I can't find my stuff. Could use this. This is not a bad idea. No, let's do this. I can't find a transparent background, to be honest. No, come, what? Oh, it's not. Thought it was an SVG. What? Okay. Go to downloads. Yeah, there we go. So it's set up. We're good to go. We're running. We are full. Great. We are coding, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Steve Nyanumba. I am the founder of Tech Chess, and today we are going to be coding this particular system called the Alps Control. Alps Control is a control system for my firm, the Alps Hotel Nakuru, and it's going to be controlling a certain tendership, partnership, deal, or some type of partnership that we have with a certain organization that I don't think I'm allowed to disclose. But yeah, it's gonna be operating in a certain special way, and this operation system is not gonna be available to the public in order to ensure that I be able to streamline my software, and at the same time, I'll be able to keep track of each and every single process that's going on in that particular organization. I'm using a certain theme, sort of. This is Jetstream. If I was to log out, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be able to log back in. I've already set up my password and everything that runs with it. So now there's a few things that I need to set up. Like, let's say, for example, if this used a particular theme, using this the email and the name. So what I want to do is this profile link, the edit profile, the switch user, and all these things, I'm going to change this one. So coming back to the code, the main bit of the code is inside resources, views, layouts, app. This is the main side of the code. We can see employee links, which is on the left side of that part. There's admin links, which is still on the left side of that part. So these ones will show only if we're talking about admins or employees, and employees will be able to access the system. That is a given. There will all be users in this particular system. So now let's leave aside the sidebar. Let's put in we'll disorient all these. This drop down. So I'm gonna just chuck this. See how it changes things. So you can see this changes. It's out of proportion. So going back to the code, I think we shouldn't have done that, because a piece of this list is this list item over here. This is the one that changes the languages, so I'm gonna cough that out. Let's see. So we still have the full screen side of things. Okay, this one, profile, email, what. I think I'm also gonna disable that from the theme. So that goes. Then we have this one for the mail. This one shows the 9 new messages. This is notifications. This one I will keep because of the activity log. So I will comment down this, and the bell will stay. So now coming back to this, we have the notification, and then we have this. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna streamline this. This is for the notification side of things. So I'll just comment out this and say notifications. Yeah. And then what's next? So that list item, I'm gonna just drop it down for a while. Then we focus on now the profile side of things. So when a user accesses this page, this means that they're logged in. So by default, I'm gonna just gain access to auth user, and then I'm gonna do name. Name in the sense that, you see, in our database we have this thing in our migrations users. We have first name and last name. So the reason why I did first name and last name instead of just name is because I want to be able to filter. And for what it's worth, I know that in my models inside users, I've been able to predefine name. Well, this one should be first name, last name. And yeah, get name attribute. This is where it is. So then protected appends, we have the name. All right, subcategories, we comment that out. We put app.play.php. Guys, watch this. If we take this name, then it also has to be accompanied by an email. If I refresh this, Steve Nyanumba, tech@thealps.nakuru.com. We have the profile link, which is the next thing. So you can see over here, this is what I'm going to change. So I'm just going to come in here, do route, then I'll do profile.show, which is standard. Then there's this part for edit profile, which I'm gonna remove. Then the switch user, which is I'm also going to remove. And then the logout form, which is going to be there. All right, so that's done. As you can see, profile, logout. So if I hit profile, it will take me to the profile using the same theme. just like that. So it's going to be just pretty much easy to handle. As you can see, there's a few changes that I may need to make inside the profile side of things, like name needs to be first name, last name, and also all these things need to be saved in such a manner. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and deal with those actions inside here. There's Fortify, create new user, and then over here where there's name, it should be first name. So name, first name, and last name. So first name and last name, which is fine. And then user create name, email. So this one should be again name, first name and last name. So I'm just going to double up like that, and then I'm going to say first name, and then I'll do shift last, like so. And that's it for this part. Now, after those actions are done, this is for creation. There should be an update, user profile information. So it's just pretty much the same thing. I'm just going to copy this part over here, and I'm going to come in here and restructure, like so. And then, okay, there is this part over here, which is going to be the same as just this part over here. So I'm just going to restructure again, as you can see, and everything is fine and dandy. And then there's this user force fill as well. I'm going to do it like that. And that's that. I think that's all that I needed to change. Reset user, password validation rules, etc. That will be done. Great. So now, what's next? I'm gonna go to resources, views, auth, and then I'm gonna do not auth but profile. And then I'm gonna do there's a part for the update profile information, and I'm just gonna add two parts for the name and the so there's a profile photo area which I've not done, and then there is the name part. So this part for the name, I should duplicate it, but after, of course, doing a few changes here and there. So I'm just going to come in here and do label 4, like so. So 1, 2, 3. So this one should be first name. Yeah. And then if errors has first name, so I'm going to copy this, paste it here. Value should be first name. I think everything is good. It's just that this one for state, first name, like so. And then autocomplete first name, that's okay. Input error for first name, that's okay. Now I'm just going to, and then add this comment here, first name, boom. So this one will be now last. So what I'll do is I'll Control F on that, and then I'll replace it with last, and I will click on this, which is to preserve case. So I'll go there, and lastly there, and that will be it. Save that, move on to the next stage, which is that it's done. So you can see that's just pretty much how you customize Jetstream. Great. So we're moving well. We're moving well. So I have the dashboard area set, which is not having anything on the main. I have the administrators, which has the list of administrators, which is just this one. I'm just going to edit this. I know OBS is running in the background, but okay. So I know I got this, so I'm just going to go back here into my Livewire files. So I'm just going to close all the ones that I've saved, which is probably everything, yes. I'll go to Livewire, admin, admins, and then index. So what I want to do here is table hover, and that is going to ensure that we have a table hover over here. Great. Yeah, that's it. So now once we have that, we have the create bits of it. So there's the editing, which is not set, and there's the create bits, which is not set also. So what I'm going to do inside create, I'm just going to come in here, create a new administrator, save this, copy all of it, go to the edit, save it here, and then I'm going to say edit the administrator. Edit this administrator, or edit administrator, no, edit, edit, I'll just say edit admin name, and then I'll do a comma s outside, and then I'll say details, like so. So if I do that and save, I think I'll be able to get my stuff. Nope, I will not. So it means inside my app, http livewire admins create, I don't have anything, and in edit I don't have anything. So looks like I have to do deal with create first. Let's just go back to the system and do a create user. So this is create new administrator, first name, last name, administrator type, super or junior. The next thing would be, okay, so inside my users table, it's going to be first name, last name, and then there's email. So I think I'd also type down the email that's going to be used by this particular user, which has not been declared fully. So I'm just going to come in here, last name, after last name I'll do email. So admin, I'll do last name to change to email, and I'll preserve case. So last name, email, 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 and then over here will be email address, or yeah. So last name will be replaced with email address. And I'll go back like that, like that. All right, so that's done. I already described by email, and then the type over here should be email, and that's it. All right, so, and there's no submit button either, so there's that. So after the call, after the row, that's when I'll do the btn.btn.btn hyphen primary. And what this does is it creates a button of class btn primary, and then I'm going to say save or submit. Let's say save. Let's say save because it's much easier to work with. Although what's being portrayed here inside the if I go to layouts, no, if I go to profile and go to update profile information, what I'm being given here is this, what's this? I'm being given this one, this button over here, XJet button. XJet button is inside this vendor components button, which is going to use btn dark text uppercase. So I think I'll use that instead, btn dark text uppercase, which is good. It maintains a certain theme inside the system, like so. Yeah, so that's it. So what I'm going to attach to this, I'm going to do wire click, and it's going to cause an action called save. Right, now inside our let's say, okay, inside our app, http livewire admins create. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do public user, and then I'm going to call him admin. And inside my mount function, I'm going to say this admin is equal to new user, and I'm going to pass down a few rules. So I'm going to say protected rules, and I'm going to pass down the following rules. So I'm going to say admin dot first name, and it's gonna be required, comma, and then last name required. After that, we're gonna have email required, and then role ID required. This one should be an email, so I'll just put that there. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. So with these protected rules, we're gonna have the mount function, and we're going to have two more functions. There's the save function, no, one more function actually. So there's a save function, which is over here, which I've already declared in the document. So this is what I'm going to happen. This is what's going to happen. So I'm going to say this validate, and then this admin and save, like so. And then from there, I'm gonna return redirect, and then the route that I'm going to pass in as a function is admin.admins.index, and this will enable us to see the new list of new admins. For example, if I come in here and I'll attempt to read a property ID on null. So get is admin attribute, get name attribute. There's something going on. So return this role ID is 1, or this role ID is equal to 2. I think we'll do instead of doing role hyphen add role to ID, we'll just do role ID. So that will be inside modals user, and instead of doing all this, I will just take this into account and just do like that. So let's see what happens. I see. Oh, wait, hold on. It's looking at the is employee attribute as well. So I'm gonna do this as well. Let's actually take into account all of them. So this is the last one actually. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so when I enter the first name should be something that's not being used. But you can use, I think people can register, people have common names. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put steven@b9@gmail.com. I'm gonna put junior admin, and there's going to be an error that's going to be thrown definitely. So I'm gonna save. This button is supposed to be clickable. I click save. Why I click save? This one had what? Wire model. Oh yes, so I didn't add anything for the role ID. So label for admin role ID. This one should be having name role ID. Then this is going to also have wire model. Admin role ID, and then it's also going to have this error, which is gonna be that. So it's going to be admin role ID. What else am I forgetting? So the last name is there, first name is there. Wire model admin email, admin last name, admin first name, and that's it. So generally, these things should all work, right? So I'm gonna add my names, my email address, and I'm gonna select the type of admin. So if I hit this, the email field is required. If I do super junior and save, you can see field password does not have a default value. So what I'm going to do in this situation is I could create a default password and set that as a policy. This admin password, right, is equal to hash make. So hash make, and then I'll do env default password, like so. And that is saved as in my .env. We have default password this. So I'm just going to come in here. I think this should also be shared in my .env.example. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. And yeah, I think that's it. Boom. So you can see everything is good to go. So I could obviously delete this guy. Going back to my index.blade.php, you can see why I click delete admin-id. But then you see before that, I want to say on click. Before all this happens, you know, someone can click that X by mistake. So I want to say on click confirm. So inside confirming, the question will be, are you sure you want to delete this administrator? I'll put a question mark, and then I'll say or event cool, and then I'll say stop immediate propagation, and that ends. Yeah. Mm-mm. So we test this. Let's test this. Gonna refresh. If I click on this, I will show you how to delete this administrator, cancel, and it's not going to do anything. But if I do this and then hit OK, yes, so you see unable to call component method delete because it's not been found. So the same can be done. So we're going to go to livewire admin index. So it's inside index, and then the function will be called delete, and it will take in an ID, and then I'll say admin is equal to user find ID, like so. We could have done the unlink or the deletion of the uploaded file if there's any uploaded file, but in this situation we're going to do admin delete, which is a function, and then we can do return, or we can say this emit, and then we can say done, and then with a success message. So I'll say success, and then I'll say successfully deleted your admin, this admin, or this admin. And so this success message is going to be there. If I come in here and do protected listeners, this is going to be listening to done, right? And then after done, it's going to render. But the best thing I do is mount, so that I can be able to refresh this function over here instead of rendering the whole component all over again, which saves on performance and time, I guess, which is good. So if I come in here and do this, as you can see, there's a lot of JavaScript problems being done. So best case scenario is maybe we do render. Now, if let's say if ID so if ID is equal to 1, then we abort. Forbidden is 403, and we'll say this admin cannot be deleted, and bang, we're so bang on. So if I come in here and do this, you can see nothing's gonna happen. All right, so if I create a new user, I'll say enter first name, this is the names, I'll select the administrator type. So if I do this, the role ID field is required, so I'll add as a super administrator, boom. So this one cannot be deleted, definitely, but as a super admin I can delete this guy. But there's a bit of JavaScript problems that are coming in with this changes. So if I come back to index, the best thing I can do is, you see this I data feather X. What I can do is I can say wire ignore, and then I can add the same wire ignore to maybe say this part here as well. Right? It's not going to change the fact that it's a hovering table, because that's the bit of JavaScript that's magical. Okay, maybe not. Maybe here. Yeah. Okay, so if I click on this admin cannot be deleted. If I come in here, create a new admin, say this is the one, role field is required, I'll create a super, I'm gonna delete him. You sure you want to delete this administrator? Okay. And yeah, you see this has been ignored, which is good. And if I was to refresh, no missing elements of JavaScript, maybe this part here. Let's try again. So observe keenly. I think I'll be able to know which side is missing after I'm able to observe this. Yeah, this part here. Yeah. So I can also put it here. Great. So if I delete this, yeah, nothing much to it. Okay, so what we can do, so there's a spot for the deletion. What we can do is we can say to delete, I'll say if auth, no, I won't show this. I'll say if auth user role ID is equal to this, so if the authenticated user is equivalent to this admin role, no, is it? No, if I'll say ID is equal to admin ID, then I'll take all this and negate it. So I'll just come in here, change this equal to this, and boom, it works. As easy as pie. So I'm just not going to see it here, but if I come and create a new user, select type of admin, super admin, right? So I can see this one here, but I can see it here. Oh yeah, now if I come in here and try and create a similar user with the same email, but something different, it should give me integrity constraint violation. So if that is the situation, then I'll need to come back to create, and in the creator PHP, and say inside email, I'll say it needs to be unique, and then I'll come in here and say users, comma, email, save. And then if I click on save, this email has already been taken. That's excellent. There's something about validation messages in Livewire. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'll just keep there as it is. It's not an important thing. It's just for pretty much. It's just pretty much for um, assuming the position for ease of access and all those different ways of dealing with what's this thing called, the validation messages. So you can see this call to a member function delete. I can't delete what's going on. You can see that. Oh wow, there's something that happened that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's do it again. Okay, so I'm going to delete this, and I want to delete this. Oh, okay, it worked. Call to member function. I don't remember what that was. All right, so the create new administrator is working. So what we want to do in this situation is we want to copy everything that's in the create from this public user admin onwards until this redirect, and I'm going to put it in edit like so. I'm going to call in the classes that need to be called in, and then this one should change. So this one will be user find ID, which will throw an error straight away, because you can see, because there's no ID being passed inside the mount function. Hash also needs to be imported, and that's pretty much it. Boom. Okay, so in this situation with edit is supposed to come in here and take the form of create. So edit should be like this, and then I'll say edit, and then I'll say the user, the name will be admin, a name, and then I'll do comma s details, and it will appear like so. Let's check this out. So coming here to the list of administrators, and then I'll come in here into edit Steve Nyanumba's details. Easy as. Right, so I'll do the same for you. Do this enough times, you're bound to create a nice CRUD for the system. If I add a queue here, I'd save, it's gonna go back and add me to login. you can see this, ComQ, and then the password login. So you can see immediately I change the password, it's going to request me to log in. So if I change it back, save it, it's going to request me to log in. Easy as. Okay, so that's how it goes. And if I click on this, it's gonna add new, of course. All right, so what are we doing with the part for the list of employees? Do this enough times, like I said, the CRUD enough times, then you're bound to have a full-on system that can support one another, in a sense of all these tables are going to be related, all these different items are going to be related. This is my first stream back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. For those who are going to tune in and watch this much later, my first stream back is just a pretty much straightforward one. I have not been streaming for quite some time, so I thought let me just get acquainted with the live streaming shenanigans of all these things. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Nyanumba is back with TechChess. I hope you guys will be sure to check this out, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next videos, in the upcoming videos that are going to come in the next month. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next ones.